Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Aries for the month of May 2020. So that's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for Aries in May. So I'm going to be using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. Shout out to Kate for gifting me this lovely deck, as well as with we had got quite a few of them actually. So very happy with that. We're going to be using some oracle cards at the end. I'm going to be using the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle, gifted to me by Amanda Ellis, the creator of these. Highly recommended. I've been having a sort of play around with these and they are really good. It's like they're little mini portals here. I feel very connected to Metatron when I use these. So, as I say, this is the box that came in, but yeah, we're going to be using those later. So let's have a look. Aries. Let's see, Aries, what's going to happen for you. They're just saying it's about to begin. This is about to begin. If you've had to pause something, then it's about to begin. May. They're saying it could be your month here. Let's see what they want to tell us. Wow, we've got 5 of Swords here. 5 of Air. She's utilising what she's been given. Can you see she's floating through the ethers here? She's got something in her hand, but it's balancing her. There's a balancing act that's been sort of taken place. They're saying she's won the balancing act. I feel like it could be that you've had to detach from something around the mental plane and you've had to transition more into your earth center, earth energy, your heart center. This actually could be gossip. It could be something that is unfounded, untruthful. We've got the page of air here, page of swords in the reverse. You've had to navigate through something here that was inaccurate. There was possibly information around that was not accurate. Maybe you've had that was challenging you because you're not usually sort of they're saying not usually able to kind of navigate through that, but this time you've done very well. So this could have been in April, but I feel like this, if it's not already come, it's going to be your insight, your tool to be using moving forward. We've got the Ace of Pentacles here. Something's trickling down into the third dimension. It's like I can just see someone putting money in a slot machine and it's like it's trickled down. You know those kind of 10p machines that trickles down. Payout. You've managed to balance, so your payout is arriving. Payout's here. It's here. Something. It's like there was a gap. You could have been wronged. Maybe there was some wrong information going around about you. Maybe there was gossip going around about you. Maybe something was on social media. There's something here that you've worked through. There's a payout. It's like there's a just reward, just desserts. Something about a hill to climb as well that was a profitable one. Yeah, look, Queen of Pentacles. Something about your money. There could have been an imbalance with money and that's what you had to balance out, or it could have been karmic. Could have been that you weren't seeing any payout in the physical and you're sort of sat there thinking, the heck is going on here? It feels like you're recalibrating that and you had to go through a balancing act in order to show the universe that you were equipped to deal with things in a certain way before they correct this energy and sort of give you more than you can handle. It's like they've teased you with little bits and pieces. It could be, it doesn't have to be with money. It could have been with anything energetic, love, career. It's like they're kind of testing the water a bit to see how you're going to react. And because you've balanced yourself, there's payout. It's like you've managed to show you've practiced what you've preached. Yeah, look, cool. This is someone's heard a call here. It's like this is soul family. This is a soul family call. It's like something wasn't unjust, unfair, unbalanced before. Something wasn't quite coming together. It was in the ethers. It wasn't grounding itself. There was a perceived rejection or abandonment, but there was also wishes that were being granted that just hadn't rooted into the reality that we're in just yet. Because there was something that was maybe not offered, or with this page of air, it didn't quite come to fruition. So it's like you're calling in the cavalry. You're calling in the cavalry to get something to be acknowledged that is for you. And they're saying it will be. There's definitely energy sort of that are working through this upstairs. It's like if you're looking at your plate or your wallet and it's empty, or you know you're trying to manifest someone and it's not happening. Upstairs it is, and it's just waiting to trickle down into the reality we're in. They just keep saying to me, it will. Don't lose the hope with this. Don't forget, obviously we're in May, which is Taurus season, which is that physical, the physical elements, you know, which is Pentacles energy. Something wasn't you weren't recognized for something. Yeah, look, you had to be strength. You had to really be strong and sort of focused, because something that you'd created, it wasn't recognized. Well, you thought it hadn't been. Down here, maybe it hadn't yet. Spirit just keeps saying yet. Don't talk yourself out of it, because it just hasn't filtered down yet. It was a timing issue. There was an energy that there was a kind of alchemical mix that had to happen first. But we've also got like Chariot. So that, you know, there's a preparation of moving forward at the moment. But can you see that more darker element, the shadow side of this, hadn't quite been mastered or worked through? They're saying, how could we have given you this if you hadn't acknowledged a certain side? There's a balance in all things, including this. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, passion project, passionate love, passionate wish, fulfillment that wasn't grounding because the time wasn't quite right, the healing hadn't taken place, there wasn't a balance between head and heart. You called in the cavalry because you weren't being acknowledged. Again, and even when I say that, because I'm questioning in my head, like, well, then what? Is this a no? They're going, then it happens. So it's like you're taking all these steps. You're moving up a level. You're continuing. You'll keep going. You're grafting. You're this. You're that. You're climbing up. You're climbing up. You're not being deterred. You're going. You'll keep. I mean, frickin' heck, Aries, fair play, fair play. Because after all of this climb, you've got justice, balance. Finally, you are given something that is finally acknowledging what you had to go through. They didn't understand it. Maybe people around you didn't get it. Maybe you sat, repeating yourself 100 million times until people, and even then they didn't get it. And you're like, no, look, it's this. And people are like, well, what? We don't know. And you're like, it's this. Look, maybe they didn't listen. You stayed very strong. You followed your heart. You didn't feel it out with your head. You didn't sit and go, and overthink it and then start talking yourself out of it. And you didn't, listen to the wrong things. You listened to your heart. You listened to yourself. You recalibrated in a very strong way. You grounded that strength. You moved yourself forward. Even if you weren't acknowledged at the time, even if you were ridiculed, then you get justice. Now, this is what's happening in May. So if this hasn't already happened when you're watching this, it's going to. It's the only thing that hasn't happened is for the reality to deliver it to you. It's here. It's almost here. The last step is the receiving. That's it. There's no other. Oh, wow. Wheel of Fortune. The tables turn. What is meant for you will always be for you. Three of Pentacles. Recognition, results, partnerships, work contracts, love contracts, love renewals, vows, unions. It's a collaborative effort, but it's spirit, but it's also parties down here that fight your soul family. Collective effort from soul family, collective effort from spirit. And the burden has been released. The 10 of Wands in the reverse. You can release the burden because you've got backup. You've got the support that you probably had been trying to ask for goodness knows how long. Maybe they didn't see it, but there's people within your soul tribe that are waking up that are going to get it. All right. Spirit going, thank goodness. Could have been a long road. It could have been just you gunning, you know, sort of like, no, this is my life path. This is my soul mission. And people are like, what do you mean? Or no, this is my twin flame. People are like, what do you mean? And it's like, finally people are starting to see it because it's ready. It's ripe. It was chosen. Because you chose your best path. They knew how to deliver this. It's because you got into alignment with that heart-centered energy, with that 5 of air with the first card, which was that needed recalibration. You finally got into that energy of balance. And so it begins. And this is the Knight of Cups now. Now, because you're able to balance, this is now able to come to you, which is an offering. It's like there's an offering, but then, you know, with soul tribe offering, and then there's a grounded, tangible offering. Then there's an emotional offering because you've tuned into your heart center and you didn't let your head rule it. You're now, again, you've opened a door. You've opened a doorway here. You've turned the tables. It's like buried treasure. Right, we've got cards hiding. 8 of air. 8 of swords. Someone's finally moving on. Someone's able to finally move on, and there's a shift. Wow, High Priestess. It's like the ethers have delivered what wasn't seen. It's like oh no, this is the 3. This is not the 8. This is the 3. There's a 3 of swords. So this is wound, like loss. This is loss. Breakups. Endings. You're hearing about an ending of something that creates a new doorway for you. Can you see the bird that's on her wings? And you've got birds in the background. It's like they've given her the news that was previously hidden. Now, is this for you? It might not be. It might well be that there could be a third party situation that you're involved with in, and that they find out something to do with you guys. Even if you're not in contact, that could actually be the case. They're just talking about a door closing from that. Yeah, look. Knight of Swords. This is going to happen very quickly. Knight of Swords. Again, it's someone, the information is revealed. The information is revealed. Finally, it's no longer, it's out in the open. And someone is suffering. There is going to be one person within the environment or situation that is under a loss. Within a loss. This is the 7 of Wands here. As you can see, unicorn balancing on top of a mountain with fireflies in the background. You stuck to your guns. You retained your uniqueness and your sovereignty. Someone, they had to acknowledge you. They had to recognize you with something for the good deed, because you stuck to your heart. You stuck to your essence. You weren't deterred, even when people told you you're mad, even when people told you it can't happen, even when people told you it's not going to happen, even when people sat there and gone, you're, you know, this, that, and the other. You honoured yourself, and so therefore they're offering you something in return. The tables are turning, and you are gaining something from the heart centre that you operated from, and you weren't deterred. You honoured yourself. You honoured you. 7 of Cups. No longer confusion. There's no longer choices. You knew. You know. It's clear. The route is clear. It's clear. It's here. Wow. So there could have been some, you know, it could have been a hard journey, because we've got the 9 of Wands here. This is someone that's, I feel, been trying to manifest this for a long time in the ethers. It's like they were trying to tune in to their energy center here to move this forward. I'm feeling a lot of heaviness around my heart center. There's a lot of emotional issue, possibly with the energy here, where if you're not in the energy where your heart is open and lighter, then you may have difficulty manifesting this through. I would be looking at doing chakra work, emotional healing, because whoever this I'm tuning into, someone is feeling a very heavy heart. It's like they need to do a chakra clearing. Yeah, because then when you've done that, we've got the offering coming. Page of Cups and 2 of Cups. Someone... Okay, there's 2 scenarios here. You gave them no choice. You gave upstairs absolutely no choice but to deliver your request. You did absolutely everything. These are the people I'm channeling. If you've still got emotional work to be done to the point where, you know, this is like you haven't really been doing any of the work, then this is probably not for you. This is for the people that I feel that have been really trying to work very hard. You channeled through your heart. You weren't deterred by what people thought or anything like that. You kept working, you kept healing, you kept going. Even when people were saying the odds are against you, the odds are against you, the odds are, we don't know. Well, you cannot know, but I do. So I'm going to continue. You honoured your uniqueness. You walked a very singular path, very solo path. You probably didn't have anyone that related to you because they couldn't see it, because they hadn't done it. But this time is different because you moved with the punches, you moved with the changes, you continued on with, despite absolutely everything. It doesn't matter what they put in your path, you stepped over it. Then sometimes you walk through it, you know, because you were merging, you were moving in whatever energy that was needing for you to go. You were kind of flowing, you were going with a flow. So whatever your wish was, let's say your wish was a job, your wish was, because there was something that you wanted, you were moving towards, that you had your eye on. Let's say it was a person, let's say it was money. Someone's had a word with the person in the know here in order to control this change, in order for this to manifest. Someone maneuvered this into place. We've got High Priestess, 3 of Swords. The birds you see in the 3 of Swords, it's like they, for your pain, for your suffering, they gave you a request. They've given you a request. Finally, the tables turned because you tried everything. What else can they do? They can't sit and go, well, can you try this? And you're like, I've done it. You gave them no choice. You gave upstairs no choice. They had to deliver it because you kept going. Now, because you did that, this is now being delivered. There's a love offering here. 2 of Cups with the Page of Cups. It's a very peaceful, serene offering that, because you are in your heart center, you are able to receive because you did the work. If you are not in your heart center and you are still blocking this when you're watching this video and you're still in denial, then that definitely should be your focus. But if you haven't and you're working through everything, you've got justice. This is about your recompense, they're reconciling you for the any losses, all right? Because you showed them. You said, okay, you're giving me this, but maybe you moved this person out my way. Maybe you didn't give me the job. The job will pop up, all right? The person will pop up, but they'll know. It's like if something was blocking you before where they didn't acknowledge you, your energy, they're going to acknowledge you now. One moment. Yeah, apologies for that. Now, your superpower was that you stepped into a new cycle here. Look, something was acknowledged again with this trumpeter. It's like there's a musical kind of energetic exchange here to acknowledge the match, you know. She's called in her people. She took that leap, but she did it with a pure heart, which is why the return is pure. You didn't go into this, you know, ego mode of I'm going to do spells, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, because you made it worth your while. You made sure that they can't just return doo-doo because you gave doo-doo, or because you this focus here that I'm seeing. I want to kind of give you a round of applause, because this is no joke, this energy. Someone's been doing some freaking brilliant work here. You deserve all the blessings. You deserve all the blessings. There's a lot. It's yeah, look. It's like, wow, look at the patience that you showed was phenomenal, because you knew, look, she's holding her heart. She's like, I know, I already know. I'm going to keep the focus. I'm not going to lower my vibration by putting spells on everyone and doing protection spells, and let's welcome in a little more crap, because we're putting protection everywhere. You're giving what you know you deserve. So you're not putting out hate or anything like that. You're sending love. You've got a tunnel vision. This is you. You owned yourself. You owned your uniqueness. It's coming back. It's being returned. What's being returned? Your wish. 9 of Cups. Your wish fulfillment. Sun is on its way. Sun and 9 of Cups. Boom. You can't get any more positive cards in the deck, because you didn't resort. For those that I'm channeling, the ones that didn't resort to because this was a test. This was a test. All of this was a test. One sec. Yeah, you took a leap of faith and you got what was meant for you. All the other stuff that is low vibrational, and that, you know, you've got bitterness because you know you can't see the path ahead of you, and you want to blame everyone else. This doesn't come into it. From where I'm looking here, you've done the work. I mean, removing this top layer of cards, let's place these out so we can see the cards again, just to recap. Yeah, the 5 of air, so the 5 of swords, which is, again, you made sure of a balancing act. You made sure to recalibrate your emotions. And you called in your soul tribe. You removed anything that wasn't serving you, maybe people. And now a tangible offer comes through. Now they can, you know, after all the struggle you had, they can deliver, because you've honoured your path here. You've honoured your path. But yes, you probably had a lot of people that were trying to put some horrible energy, or, you know, were jealous, or, you know, people that just, you know, don't do the work, that try and, you know, hinder other people that do, or, you know, try and sort of, you know, be a pain in the backside. You didn't do that. Good for you. Very, very, very nice energy here. So yeah, very good, very good. The Justice card came out as well, didn't it? So what else can we see here for Aries? What else is happening here for Aries? Yeah, it could be that you've kept yourself, you kept your energy preserved. You weren't sort of in anyone else's business. You kept to your own lane. You focused. It was like there was a very strong, there's a focused energy here that, look, can you see the keys that are balancing? Can you see the keys? It's like it's all in your reach. This is you. It's like you don't need to go outside of the realm that you've bought, because you already know you've got that permission to go out there. You already know what is being created for you. You already know that past this barrier that maybe you feel like you're surrounded in, there's more to this, and there is. But it's just that, let me pull one more card here. This is Virgo energy as well. Wow. Okay, so for those that are not in the energy of what I've discussed before, that are maybe, because there's definitely people I'm feeling here that have got a lot of trapped energy, anger, resentment, you know, healing that needs to happen. Once you work through that, you can, look, you've got the keys to your, you know, your disposal here. Then this is coming for you. Then you get this. Then it's like sovereignty of self. Because you're acknowledging yourself and you're honouring your path. Then you get your counterpart. and not before. You certainly don't do it by doing silly spell work or, you know, trying to disrupt people, because what's the point? You just end up bringing that energy to yourself, and why would you need to do that? Just do the work. Simple. Here she is, Empress. She owns all her kind of healing has been done. She's empowered. She's in her energy. She's acknowledging that who she is as a person. And we've got the moon here as well. So this is someone who is honouring her emotional body. This is someone who's worked through her emotions. She's not restricted. She's honouring it. And the Emperor, the counterpart, is, again, he's going to be working through the same thing. And then he walks through the door to acknowledge his emotions here. So you do, you know, you're working through what you need to work through for yourself, and then your person comes in. That's the rule of thumb. Now, again, if you've done that, the first spread that I just did a minute ago would be for you. If you haven't worked through that, that's what you could be getting if you do decide to work on it. There's a lot of people as well that sort of go, oh, you know, I've done the work though. I've done the work. Great. Keep going, you know. If you've done the work, you're not going to need to like scream that you've done the work. Listen, every time they say to me, hey, this is going to be your next task, I'm like, okay then, because I know, who am I to sit and go, no, you put me here, but I'm not doing it. Like, great, you kind of need to work through this to get off this planet. So how does that work? Be defiant all you want, but be defiant in your own uniqueness. Don't defy the people that are trying to hook you up, because that's just silly. Oh, you know, I want my blessings, but I'm not going to listen to you because I want them now. It's like, are you 3? Right? You know what I mean? My guides, if I tried that with them, they'd be like, who are you? Who is this fool? Can you replace her with Jale? Who is this idiot? And that's why I'm not even going to go there, because they're just going to be like, you know better. What are you doing? 7 of Swords. Don't trick yourself. Don't fool yourself. Stop wearing the mask. Be authentic. Again, for those that have worked through that, you've owned this everything. You know, your light, your dark, your shadow. This, you've owned that. You've encompassed it. Because we've got the King of Pentacles here. This is your now again, if I'm channeling from masculine here, this is someone whose father possibly, or grandfather, is possibly, you've learnt from them to sort of mask your real energy, you, because you weren't feeling comfortable to do that. But I've also got a strong headache here. So someone's definitely watching this that needs to recalibrate themselves, because again, I've got headaches. That's usually very negative energy. So definitely try and make sure that you address what you need to address, because you're just going in a loop, basically. For the ones that have done the work and have been working very, very hard, very diligently, someone is about to take ownership of who they really are and come towards you, because they did do the work as well. You did the work, they did the work. They're coming to show you a different side to them, but because they're healed, you know, they've taken the mask off. They don't adhere to a sort of societal acceptance of certain things. They're owning themselves. They're owning their sovereignty. Whereas before, you know, again, maybe one or both parties weren't. You've done the work, so, and this is for the people that have done the work, then they've done the work, because again, you're mirroring each other. And we've got the Knight of Wands. So this is passionate, fast moving energy, someone that is reclaiming what's theirs, but they're doing it because their heart centre is being rejuvenated. They want to create something solid. 3 of Pentacles. It's like they're finally integrating the lessons into the 3D. That it's manifesting here. Again, as per the first spread, it's like their wishes are coming true, and they're anchoring that energy. Don't forget, we had the Ace of Pentacles as well, didn't we? With the Wheel of Fortune, and finally that kind of Queen of Pentacles that was in the reverse. Once she's recalibrated herself, the King, the counterpart, comes through, and they're offering a 3-part Three of Pentacles is contracts and working together, building on things. Okay, you can't build on rocky foundations, so the work has to be done. So all those people that can't understand why maybe they're not with a counterpart or they've had issues, look to yourself first. Honestly, it's easier, and don't get me wrong, this is a very brave way to deal with it, because a lot of people like to project on everyone, you know, because it's easier then, isn't it? You don't have to take accountability, and you don't have to do the work. You can just sit and pretend and talk about it, but you don't. The ones that really do the work, these are the fearless Aries that I'm channeling here. Yeah, look, Three of Swords. Someone's going through a loss and they're hurt, but they're not dealing with it in a right way. It's like if you're trying to attack people because you're in pain, this is going to just create an endless loop. For those who I'm not channeling that information for, this is something that you would have gone through before yourself, and that you've come out the other end and you've healed, and so now the good stuff is coming. This is in the May 2020, the good stuff is on the way. You've done, you know, the hardest is behind you. Yeah, look, Knight of Pentacles. The transition is here. This is like a transitional energy of you're seeing that, you know, the worst is behind you, and that you're finally being offered something that you've wanted to gain for some time, that maybe you weren't an energetic match for, and so because you've done the work, you are. Wow, look, Five of Cups, disappointment. Again. Did you do the work? Because the Spirit is saying all roads lead back to you. Now you might sit here and go, who the hell do you think you are? I've heard it all before. I'm the middleman. That's who I am. I'm just the guy, the idiot that's giving you the information from upstairs. Now people go, oh, you shouldn't call yourself an idiot. I know I'm not an idiot, but I'm just joking, okay? The only time you could be disappointed is if you haven't done the work, because you can't expect every blessing under the sun and then come here with this entitled attitude and then wonder why it's not been given when you're still, you know, in a low vibration. You're trying to create an energetic match. You have to match it, which means your vibration has to, you know, raised. Now, for those that have done the work, yes, the Wheel of Fortune is you're delivered what is meant for you. You've done the work. End. It's like, yes, complete. She's learned, he's learned, finished. Can you see the key was put in to the lock and it was given, it was granted. This was granted. You were given your just desserts, justice came, and it was, you know, completion. On to the next chapter. So congratulations for those of you. For those of you who aren't in that energy just yet, because there's definitely a mix in this group, we've got the Three of Swords with the Three of Wands. So someone is heartbroken and is trying to work out their future. Walk back into your emotions. The amount of time that people sit and try and argue with me about doing that, and I'm like, for someone who has been through, to put it into context, I'm a Scorpio moon, 12th house unaspected. I was born on a full moon. There was many things that I've worked through. Just to add, you know, give some brief insights, my family were never supportive of the work I did. I lost absolutely everyone. I was ill in a bed. I've had near-death experiences. It was a struggle getting to this point, not going to lie. But I made bloody sure that I did the work, because I don't want to come back and do this again. And if it means that I'm going through this, there's a reason to get me to understand how pain works, so that I can help people understand how pain works. Pain is not running the other way and trying to just project that on everyone. Walk into it, because this is in my opinion, for someone that was totally emotionally disconnected, who, again, Scorpio it's like they're like icebergs emotionally. You see 1% of it, the rest is all freaking hidden, because it's deep and it goes very deep, right? It wasn't easy. None of it is meant to be. This is we're not in heaven. We're in a dualistic energy. Of course, it's not meant to be easy. But you observing your future and going, well, I'm in pain, but I'm, you know, after the threes come the four. All right, so four of wands would be that stability, that home kind of partnership, and the four of swords would be the rest after the healing. This is the part you need to get to, but you need to do the healing to then recalibrate and to get to this point. Walk into it. I'm telling you now, it's, if you're the kind of person that feels pain and you're upset and you've been doing everything to ignore that or to move on and not dwell on it, go back and sit in it and be like, how do I feel? And if you can allow a release, brilliant, excuse me, brilliant, because you're not holding on to it then, are you? But if you're not releasing it because you're not touching it and you're running the other way, how on earth is this going to ever get released? Are you just going to keep observing it until, you know, how does that work? It doesn't work like that. Trust me, from someone who's had to experiment a lot with that kind of thing, it doesn't work like that. Six of Cups. Reunion, soulmate energy. Nostalgia from a childhood. This is child wounds. It's like we've got everything going on here. Five of Swords with the Page of Water. This is the first card that came out. This is about, can you see? She's balanced. This is change comes when you're balanced. How can you be balanced if you're harboring a load of that energy? It doesn't work like that. Give this to you, to your inner child, to heal the heart, to then feel what you need to feel to move forward. This is the key for May. This is the key to let you through the door. For the ones who've done that, your doorway is open. Your doorway is open. And this is closure of the old cycle, ready for you to move into a very brand new chapter that is very, very abundant. Well done, congratulations. Okay, let's go with the Queen of the Moon Oracle for, let's see here. This is by Stacey DeMarco. Shout out to Kate for this deck too. Thank you so much. Okay, Aries, please, for May. Outcome for Aries. Amazing, look, blossoming. Flower moon. Can you see she's immersed herself? She's just basically sort of surrendered, and she's flowing with that energy, but she's hitting the same notes as the universe, as this kind of balanced energy. But the same notes, the same intricacies of notes are, it's like the same vibration. They're a vibrational match, which is why you're able to blossom. You've balanced yourself. Brilliant. Nope, is that the only one? Let's go with Nature's Whispers for the final card for you guys, for Aries. For May 2020, outcome please for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, outcome for Aries please. Oh, we've got to pull Metatron as well at some point. Let's go to Metatron. He's staring at me. Right, let's have a look. Right, outcome please. Pull Metatron first. Okay, this is the deck by Amanda Ellis. Shout out Amanda. Thank you so much for gifting me your deck. Okay, so this is the Archangel Metatron Self Mastery Oracle. As you can see, stunning. We've got gold detailing on the sides, and yeah, the visuals, the illustrations are beautiful as well. Okay, what can you tell us, Metatron, about this situation for Aries for May? Yeah, can you see this is you in alignment? This is all your balance. You've done your heart center work here. Your light body, because you've done the work, has been lit up for your next stage. It's like you're being acknowledged. You're in total alignment. For the ones that did the work, this is you. You're being granted, again, the rainbow energy of ascension. This is you upgrading. Brilliant work. Yeah, look. For the ones that didn't, solar plexus, sorry, sacral chakra orange, connection and attunement. Again, there's an imbalance there which is blocking you, all right? The emotional body is being blocked because you're not feeling the stuff that needs to be healed. So that's your work to be done for May. Anything else, please, Metatron? Someone's been on this radio before. Yeah, look, this is how to build the building blocks here. This is, you know, when all your chakras are in alignment, look at that amazing energy there. It's like this is a portal for you to walk through because you're in that alignment energy. And you can feel the joy and happiness, so you're manifesting it. You're able to manifest that. So again, solar plexus, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart. In fact, all the chakras probably need work. So definitely have a look into chakra meditation. One more, you say? Okay. Aries for May. I love this deck. Aries for May. Is there any, he's saying one more. Aries, May 2020, outcome. Aries, ascendant, wait for it. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Confirmed it. Look, heart healing. This is what you're being gifted here. Look, a portal into the abundance. Look at that, beautiful. Take this this shape and place it into your heart if you feel drawn to, especially if you need the healing. Utilize Metatron's shape, place this into your heart center because it will really help you. Thank you, Metatron. Okay, and shout out Amanda, I love this deck. This is like one of my new favorite decks. Okay, so final outcome, please. Aries, May 2020, final card. This is from Nature's Whispers. Again, thank you to Kate. Aries, please. Aries. Yeah. The bigger picture. You take care of the small things, the big things are taken care of. Can you see? She's in that abundant energy. She's looked after herself. Look, because she's in abundance and she's healed, she's able to do her work. This is what it's leading to. The bigger picture is that if you can heal in this microcosmic level, you can learn how to do on a larger scale, a macrocosmic level. So as above, so below. This is what you're working towards. Be in service. Another seahorse. Keep getting those references. Again, she's in her emotions here. She's in the water. She's surrendered. Okay, guys, this was your reading for Aries for May 2020. Hopefully that's been of some assistance. I'm going live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually about 8 PM British Standard Time. If you want to join us, great. Join our Facebook group. It's a spiritual support group. Link is in the description. If you want a personal reading, by all means, information is in the description box. Have a wonderful May. Take good care of yourselves. Thank you so much for your likes, shares and subscriptions. Hope you're all taking good care of each other and yourselves. Until next time. Bye.